Welcome back. Let's take a look at some sports news now. Here's Barham, Tony Uranta.
Thank you, Ijoma, and welcome to Sports News. President of the Nigeria Handball Federation, Samuel Ochecho, insists 2018 will be a busy year for Nigerian handball athletes. Mr. Ochecho says aside from the African Senior Cup, which the country will be involved in, the Federation has lined up other international competitions to keep the athletes more engaged. Meanwhile, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, President Ahmad insists he's not backing down over plans to increase the number of participating teams to the 2019 African Nations Cup. Despite the country's difficulties in completing necessary infrastructure, Ahmad said no compromise will be made regarding the number of participating countries. Back in August, FIFA appointed a committee to run the crisis-hit Cameroon football amid growing fears the country would not be able to host the 2019 African Cup of Nations. The 2019 edition is due to be the first to see 24 teams qualify, a 50% increase on previous editions. And elsewhere, the City of London has benefited from $144 million of extra income as a direct result of hosting the 2017 World and Para-Athletics Championships. More than a million people bought tickets to visit London Stadium as the capital became the first city to host both events in the same year. Among the highlights of the World Championships, which directly generated more than $106 million for London's economy, was a gold medal for Great Britain's 4x100 meters men's team in what was Jamaica's superstar extraterrestrial Usain Bolt's final race. Tennis now, and Nick Kyrgios says he sees no immediate need for the extra discipline of a full-time coach ahead of the Australian Open. The 22-year-old Australian worked with Frenchman Sébastien Grosjean on a part-time basis this year, but has yet to find a candidate with his best interests at heart. The Mercurial Talents world ranking has slipped to 21 after a season blighted by problems with his hip, but said he was doing everything in his power to be in prime shape for Melbourne Park in January. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barham, Tony Uranta, and Ijoma will be back with a wrap.
Thanks a lot, Barham. At least 2 people have died in Kenya after a fire ripped through a nightclub in the lakeside city of Kisumu. Rescue workers pulled 2 bodies from the burnt rooms of the Dream City nightclub. Others are said to have escaped with injuries as firefighters battled the early morning blaze. The Kisumu County Police Commander said 4 people were safely evacuated from the nightclub when the blaze started. But he says the death toll could rise as many more people were trapped in the debris. And the British Prime Minister Theresa May has accepted the resignation of her deputy, Damien Green, who announced he was stepping down following a probe into his conduct. Green was found to have made inaccurate and misleading statements about what he knew about claims that pornography had been found on a computer in his Commons office in 2008. In his resignation letter, Mr. Green apologized for his actions, and Mrs. May, in her written response, expressed deep regret at his departure. Mr. Green, who was first Secretary of State, was the PM's deputy, had been under investigation regarding allegations of inappropriate conduct. And the main news again. The House of Representatives today set up a committee to investigate alleged under-remittance of funds by the Central Bank of Nigeria to the Federation's account. Also today, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission released the chairman of Innocent Motors, Innocent Chukwuma, on bail as the Senate condemned the EFCC style of arrest. And 2 persons were killed and several others injured today as Kenya's popular nightclub in Kisumu was hit by fire. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks a lot for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Bunyato. Do have a good night.